guys, welcome back to Jerusalem Playroom. My name is Jamaica. This is going to be part two, guys, of our Chronicles and Narnia discussion. This topic is going to be for adult doll therapy. Okay, so if you're 18 years or older, you can come on in and listen. And I pray that what I say inspires you. Before I get started on that topic, I do have some things that I want to show you guys. I did do a little mini haul, not that much. And then while we're talking about Chronicles of Narnia, I'm going to be changing baby girl into one of the outfits that I thrifted. So I was lucky to find this little preemie outfit here, guys. It is the little top with the bottoms for a little boy. And I have several dolls that can wear this. The next thing I have is this little onesie for a little girl with a little Grogu or the child on there. The next thing I have is this cute little black outfit with gold polka dots on there. And if I showed this before, guys, I'm sorry. I was trying to remember what I showed you, but I thought that this is really cute. You can have some gold shoes and a little gold bow. And I think I'm going to dress baby girl. Let's see, this is 3 to 6 months. So I know baby girl Gemma can wear this. Now I am going to change baby girl Gemma because I found this cute little outfit here. So I'm going to probably change her into this outfit also, or I may do a separate video for that. But today I am going to change baby girl Journey into this little stuffed Winnie the Pooh that I thrifted years ago. I washed him and cleaned him up, and he's all fluffy and everything, and he smells really good. So I have him, and this is a cute little sweater that I had thrifted, guys. This is a small 3 months, and it's read welcome baby. I like things like this because this can be gender neutral for a little boy or a little girl. I have some little fuzzy white socks that I'm going to put on her. And then this is the little outfit that I'm going to put on her today. It is just this cute little outfit. And I was trying to look for a little head bow to go with it, but I only thing I came up with, guys, is just this cute little lace black headband. And I'm not sure if I want to put this bow on it or this bow right here. But I'm more going with this one here. Okay, so let me bring my camera a little closer, guys, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our topic. And our topic today is going to be the conversation is going to be Edmund and the White Witch. Edmund and the White Witch. So many of you have already seen Chronicles of Narnia, and I wanted to still get into the topic of Edmund and ask you guys a question. Which family member or friend sold you out? How to deal with a family or friend who sold you out. So, with that being said, let me get this camera here, focus on here. And guys, I do change around in my room to try to do a different scenery, nothing fancy. And I hope my camera doesn't fall here. And so let me come down here. And thank you guys for bearing with me again today. So here baby girl Journey is. And I've been trying to look at a lot of my videos because I know when I do my videos, I'm always turning to the back. So I said, let me make sure I do it correct this time. So I'm going to keep the diaper that she has on, but I'm just going to change her out of this outfit here that she is wearing. And she does have on a undershirt, so we'll leave that on her too because we want her to be nice and warm. It is raining here in my state. So going into the movie Chronicles of Narnia, we noticed that Edmund used to be the baby until Lucy came along. Now, Edmund was one of those children that was just very disobedient, just defiant, wouldn't listen, just wanted to do things his own way, more like the rebellious child. And by him being no longer the baby, he was really jealous of Lucy and he was jealous of Peter. Because deep down inside, Peter was the oldest and Peter was able to, be in charge. And Edmund wanted to be in charge also. Well, in the movie, we hear about a war that went on. And the mom sent them away to go live with the professor because she did not want them to be affected by, the war. Well, to make a long story short, Lucy, they were playing hide and seek, and Lucy, found this little secret closet. Well, she was gone for a while, and she met a guy by the name of Mr. Thomas. And Mr. Thomas talked to her and would, introduced her and told her, things about Narnia and everything like that. Well, Lucy just, she, in her mind, it seemed like she was gone forever. So finally, Lucy just jumped out, and Lucy came out and said, "Hey guys, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right." And they was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was just basically saying, "Well, didn't you miss me? I've been gone for a while." And they was like, "Well, no, we were playing hide and seek." So Lucy decided and talked to them, telling them about what she saw. And Edmund, being the child that he was, he made fun of her. And so Lucy, was saying, "Hey guys, I wouldn't lie about this. I wouldn't lie about nothing like this." But, they didn't believe her. Well, anyway, at night, Lucy decided, hey, she was going to get up and go back to the closet. And when she went back to the closet, she went in, but this time, um, Edmund followed her. Now, Edmund followed her, but Edmund was only doing it for, devilish reasons. He wasn't trying to be nice about it. He was just trying to scare her or spook her or whatever like that. So Edmund goes, and when Edmund goes into Narnia, he is introduced to somebody totally different from Mr. Thomas. He is introduced to the White Witch. Now, once he's introduced to the White Witch comes and she's on a carriage. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put the camera up. When you are encountering people, sometimes they come in twos and threes. And what I mean twos and threes is, when you see people who are always together, one of them is going to be the leader, okay? And even in a group of three, you may always see these people together. Either they're going to be together at work, at church, or in your family. Now, while Edmund was talking to the White Witch, he didn't pay attention to the dwarf that was looking at him real nasty. Sometimes when you encounter people, look at them and how they look at you. I was in church one day, and I turned around, and there was a girl, a young lady in church. And when I tell you guys, she had the nastiest, this is in church, the nastiest look on her face. She was like, and I smiled. I smiled so much that her face, she was frowning so bad at me that she didn't even realize how long she had been frowning until she finally just, but I realized who she really was. Okay? Now, going back to Edmund and the White Witch. Now, while Edmund is sitting up here talking to the White Witch, he is telling her information about the family. So the White Witch is like, "Oh, there's more of you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He started talking down about his brother. How many people are talking down about their family members, talking down about their friends, or talking down about their church members? Because that's what Edmund did. The brother who betrayed his family, the friend who betrayed the friend, the church member who betrayed the other church members. So anyway, Edmund started talking. Now, while Edmund was sitting up here talking, see, the White Witch was like, "Are you cold?" See, the enemy always knows your situation because the enemy is always watching. So she was like, come on up here with me, and put this little mink coat around Edmund. Edmund was so happy because he was beside a queen. Now, he's sitting up here talking, and she said, can I get you anything? He was like, yeah, some Turkish delight. Oh God, y'all saw it. The Turkish delight looked so good. So she got her little thing and she just dropped a little bit, and the dwarf picked it up. Now, mind you, Edmund eyes is on the witch. He ain't looking at the dwarf who's looking at him all evil. Okay? Remember I told y'all about those church members, the family members, and your co-workers. They come in twos and threes. In this situation, they was in twos. So when you're talking to people and you're talking to a certain person, you look at the other person that's with them. Sometimes I try to conversate with the other person too. Usually, if the other person don't talk, you know who the leader is. Okay? So anyway, Edmund goes and starts talking, and then he wanted some hot cocoa, and she fixed that. Now, while Edmund is doing all that, she's telling Edmund he's gonna be king. How many people sold you out for position in church, position in the family? They done sold you out for positions on your job because they want to be above you and they want you to be beneath them and serve them. This is what Edmund's mindset was. He wanted to get good with the good witch so he can be better than his own brothers and sisters. Ain't that sad? That is really sad. And we are living in situations like that right now today. So, the white witch asked Edmund, well, why don't you bring your brothers and sisters? I want to meet them. He was like, this is how selfish he was. He was like, do I have to? She was like, yes. And he asked her, well, can I have some more Turkish delight? And she was like, no. See, her trueness came out. And then she had to cut back. She said, I don't want to spoil your appetite. You already gave him some sweet. You didn't ask him. You gave him sugary stuff. See, that's how the enemy does. He gonna entice you with stuff that really ain't good for you. She didn't give him an apple. Well, we saw in the movie Snow White. Snow White was enticed with an apple. But see, you got to be careful what type of gifts people give to you because you don't know the motives behind it. Okay? Now, what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that is because I know in my videos, I always ask y'all and I tell y'all if y'all want something, y'all can get it. But my intentions is to lead you to Jesus. My intentions are to lead you to Christ. That is why I sometimes I say make a comment because I want to know if it's something that you may like. I'm not doing this to get no likes and no ratings. If it comes, it comes. But you got to be careful because see, the enemy comes in right when you're getting ready to get elevated so he can knock you down. So Edmund is happy because he sits up here and he meets the white witch. Now, as Edmund sitting up here, the white witch is gone, Lucy is coming. Lucy is talking to him, and she was like, Edmund, how did you get here? Now she telling Edmund about Mr. Tumnus and everything, which he didn't secretly told the white witch already. So he telling, now she finally telling, well, don't talk to the white witch because the white witch, she thinks she's really Queen of Narnia, but she didn't. But see, Edmund didn't tell her he met the white witch. See how his motives was. He had already met the white witch and didn't even tell his sister. Now, Lucy, with her childlike spirit, notice how she was the purest one. That's why Aslan kind of gravitated to her because of her childlike spirit. Who amongst you has a childlike spirit that God can come to you and use you? So Lucy was excited. She said, well, come on, Edmund, you can come back and, tell the brothers and sisters that you've been here. But did you think he did that? No, he lied. And Lucy started crying. How many family members, church members, co-workers was with you and witnessed something, and when you went to tell everybody else, they lied? That's a hurting thing. That is a hurtful thing for somebody to see the same thing that you see, and you be like, let's go. How many of us right now know the truth about what's going on in the world? We know the truth, but we don't want to say that because we want to make somebody else look like a fool. You know the truth. I know the truth. I have tried to share it and tell it to people, and they did me just like Edmund did Lucy. Let me put back down the baby. So, anyway, they decided to play hide and seek again. This time, no, they didn't play hide and seek. They accidentally broke a window. And so they ran, and notice how Edmund was the first one to say, let's go hide in here. Look at what he was doing. He was setting his brothers and sisters to be set up to be slaves. He was setting his brothers and sisters up to be sold. He was selling them out. He had already sold them out. He had the plan. So they goes in, and when they goes in the closet, now they sitting up here, and Lucy said, told you. But Edmund was sitting up there looking up at the white witch cat, looking up towards Widow. See, he didn't look up towards Aslan. He looking up. He done made he's serving. He finna serve the white witch. How many people out there that made a decision that they're gonna serve the devil for some sweeties? Because in that movie, the white witch ended up telling Mr. Thomas, he sold you out for sweeties. See, that's what the devil do. He gonna come back and tell the family members, oh, that person right there. So see, he gonna say, yeah, that family member sold you out for money. That family member set you up. You gonna sit up here and think about, well, how did they know that family, what you told that family member went and told. That idea that you had, that family member stole your idea. They called you crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm making this personal. They called me crazy. But then they was taking my ideas and profiting off it. This fine. But I was crazy for doing what I was doing. But you see how people do? They make fun of you. Family, church members, and co-workers. So now they go. And Peter realized that Edmund been there before. And Edmund, he was like, apologize to Lucy. But Lucy didn't care because of her childlike spirit. She was just happy that they was able to see what she saw. I want y'all to see what I see. Which is why I upload these videos. So come on, let us go meet some other people so we can hear the story, so we can know what's going on. But when Lucy went to go introduce them to Mr. Thomas, some changed. Why? Lucy was wondering, why would they do this? Why would they come to Mr. Thomas? It was because of me. But how did they find out? Lucy didn't know that her brother sold her out. Excuse me for getting. Who knew that Mr. Thomas met her? Her brother. So Lucy was like, we gotta help him. So Peter and Susan discussing, but Lucy didn't want to hear that. I'm gonna go help my friend. Y'all gotta help me to help my friend. So that's where they meet I call them the spirit guys, the beaver. Because he's sitting up there looking. And then Peter like, and he said, well, what you want me to do? I ain't gonna smell it. And they jump because the beaver talk. See, people, y'all don't realize that animals right now are talking. They don't move. Walk by a pigeon. They used to fly. Y'all, we've been locked up and locked down for so long. The animals start coming out. They was like, well, they scared. We all right. They ain't gonna do nothing. They scared. I talk to the pigeons. I don't care about y'all calling me crazy. I talk to the pigeons. I say, I ain't got nothing today for you. They don't even hop. They just move on out the way. Just waddle on out the way. I said, the pigeons. The animals ain't scared of y'all no more. Y'all was locked up. Y'all was scared. The animals wondering, knocking on the door. Well, where y'all at? That's why they didn't repopulate it. Where y'all sitting in the house scared. God. Whew. I done had me some fun in 2020. I done been somewhere everywhere. I'm God is so good. I don't care about y'all getting mad at me. Baby. No. See, I was looking at God. I said, and I've been running around that church, and y'all, they done told me God is a way maker. Put your trust in God. I said, wait a minute now. Y'all told me, I told the church folks, they didn't told me to put my trust in God. I put my trust in God. I'm all right. I did my research. I sure did. I ain't finna go in here and say what I made. Yeah, I made some tea. When I felt the sickness coming on, I made some tea. I followed the ingredients. I sure did. But anyway, off of that, let me find her socks. So the beavers say, well, we don't need to talk out here because the trees are talking. Oh, the trees listening. So at work, at church, and at your family houses, you don't know who got a recording device. You don't know who listening out on the other side of the wall, listening to your conversation. Everybody got cell phones. You don't know who recording you while you talking. Beaver said, let's go somewhere where it's safe. I tell folks, I give you my number, call. I try to go talk to you. I can't talk to you inside of here because they listening. They on your social media accounts looking at what's going on. People know about what's going on. I ain't on social media, but my family on social media. I don't say nothing. I don't even respond. When it come back to me, I be like, Lord have mercy. I just pray even harder. I said, they don't know, Lord. I said, look at Edmund, betraying the family. Anyway, so the beavers say, come on, y'all come on. So the beaver, they introduced me. Now, this is what hospitality is. When somebody coming over to your house, this is how they did in the old days. You offer them something to drink. My grandmother used to always say, offer them something to drink and a glass drink so they can see on the inside. You don't give them no cup. You offer them a glass of water, a drink. Now we got bottled water. If you don't have, I don't have no Kool-Aid, I don't have no juice, but I can offer you some water. You never know if somebody may be thirsty. Are you offering the living water of Jesus Christ? You're offering water? You can't got that much. You may have some saltine crackers and some sliced cheese. That's enough. I don't have much. You can offer that. See, the beaver offered them some fish and chips. I looked at that. I said, Miss Beaver, now the chips was a little wood chips. But that fish that she made, it looked good. Now, while they was talking, they was telling all four of them the situation. But Edmund kept looking up. And the beaver said, Edmund, he called me, said, Edmund, is everything okay? Now, he may have said something else, but I'm like, you all right? Because he saw you, he kept looking somewhere else. Now, while they talking and they getting on, Edmund runs away. So they gets mad. So the beaver tells them, they said, we got to go save our brother. The beaver said, no, and to find the spiritual guy had to tell them three. She don't want him. She want all four of you to kill you. Now the beaver telling them, because I'm telling you, for the family member, the church member, the co-worker, the ones who betrayed you and went to the devil, the only way you can save them and help them is you got to go to Jesus and pray for them. The beaver said, we got to go to Aslan. They just wanted to save their brother. So when folks betray you, don't go to Jesus. He will save them. Now, these family members, let me finish getting ready. Let me finish getting through this, dog, because I hope this time don't go over, because this the second video I did. So, now, Edmund walking around all these people. They statues. It's cold. They froze like this. You would have said, well, why these statues? Something ain't right. No. His pride, he wanted to be over his brothers. He wanted to be higher. He was just that mad that he wanted his brothers and his sisters to be beneath him. How many folks in the church? How many folks on your job? How many folks on your family? In your family? I done had and I'm telling y'all these, I done had family members. We got folks right now suffering. When they have a baby, they'll call me. I send that stuff to them. Sometimes they don't say thank you. It ain't for them to say thank you. But they know to call Jamaica when that baby come in the family. But they made fun of me for what I was doing. Now they shopping at the thrift store. Sure live. Because I guess you think but it ain't about giving me credit. But when I was around there about it, ooh, well, ain't it dirty? Ain't it that? But okay, so you got money to go to y'all got it like that? Okay, well, hey, Now Edmund goes and a dog finna get ready to attack him. I was sitting here, the white witch told me to come. Now the white witch ain't even tell the dog that he was coming. The dog was finna kill him. You would have thought something right there would have told him to turn around and go back and run for his life. The dog called him unfortunate. He didn't even pay attention to notice how these animals speak. God uses anything. The dog said you unfortunate, but you think he listened. So when he come, he gets up there and sits on the throne, on the ice cold throne. So the white witch come and he get up. I was just seeing, and she was like, well, where's your brother and sister? I brought them, then she said, he said, well, they didn't come. She said, well, are they deaf? She started wondering, no, maybe something was mentally wrong. Look at the enemy. Get mad. Want to know what's going to want you to tell? Because see, she didn't know. Then he said, well, I brought him halfway. I brought him to the beaver house because she was fit to kill him. He asked, could I have some more Turkish delight? She looked at him like he crazy. But that little dwarf, the little follower, but would have put his back behind, put his arm behind his back and took him to prison. And now he met Mr. Thomas. I don't know why she kept Mr. Thomas alive. She froze Mr. Thomas when Mr. Thomas said he believed in a free Narnia. We're going to have to go through some. When you following Jesus, it ain't finna be easy. You might have to die. Did anybody research the apostles that followed Jesus? I think I got a book in there, National Geographic book, that showed you how the apostles died. You're going to have to die if you say you following Jesus. So why was you afraid to die? Baby girl looks so cute. Here she go, y'all. That little bit. Why was you afraid to die? Who told you gonna die? Huh? Who told y'all gonna die? The white witch told you were gonna die? Who told you were gonna die? How you gonna get to see Jesus? Oh, you gonna get on the chariot? You supposed to get on the chariot to go see Jesus? Huh? I'm bringing this point up because the people who betrayed us and lied to us, their fate has already been destined. Their fate is already, God had already dealt with them. Okay? They have been dealt with. The ones that's with going to, with these children, we going to Narnia, we going to sitting up here going to Narnia, we going to Aslan, because we want to save the remaining ones that we can save. We out here going, we following Jesus. I can't even say what I want to say because everybody think it's about that. It's about Jesus. If you follow that, you will notice that it's talking about Jesus. It's talking about spiritual things. So anyway, they get to Aslan. Miss Beaver fixing herself up because she going before Aslan. Y'all, when that line came out of there, oh, Jesus did something to my spirit at the movie theater. I'm about to cry, but I'm going to hold it in. They bow before. Ain't we going to have to bow before Jesus? The Beaver said, Peter and them said, it's our brother. The Beaver said, Aslan, he betrayed them. Aslan said, that makes it even more difficult. Aslan knew what it was like to be betrayed because Satan was in heaven. Go get. Aslan's like, y'all, go get the brother. They went and got the brother. That white witch didn't like that because she went back. See, man fell and had to be redeemed back to God. So sin, all sinners, whether you think it or if it's in your heart, you got to repent. Because the white witch is coming. The enemy is coming for you. He won't, because you're supposed to be with him. Because you singing. All that stuff we did. We belonged over there. And the white witch told Aslan, it is written. Now let me say this, because in the movie, they said the black magic. But I'm going to put it in my own term. The white witch basically was telling, the devil was telling Jesus, you know the law. It's written that anybody who sins, they come to me. Aslan roared and said, don't quote it to me, witch. I was there when it was written. How the devil gonna quote something to Jesus and Jesus was there? Come on. Aslan and that white witch went in that tent to talk. They came out. Aslan said she renounced her claim to Edmund. Everybody cheered. The white witch said, how do I know you're going to keep your word? Look at the devil telling Jesus, how you going to keep, how I know you're going to keep your word? Aslan just roared. Scared the mess out of her. She sat down. See, y'all missed that in the movie because see, Aslan basically was saying, I'm not a liar like you. My mouth speak truth. What I say, I'm going to do. It is written. Repent. It is written in the Holy Word. The Holy Bible. Y'all know it. Aslan held his hand down in shame. Lucidum saw. Lucidum got up. Aslan quietly just walked away and told them, I appreciate y'all walking me on this journey. Lord Jesus, y'all don't want to walk with Jesus. Let me pull this back. Y'all don't want to go through what Jesus go through. Y'all don't want to go through what he been through. It's too hard. Sometimes we say we gonna follow Jesus and we walk with him. Until Jesus have to tell me, he told me, Jamaica, this, you can't go with me. You got to stay here. But the little walk that I went through, it broke me down. I couldn't take it. I said, Lord, I want to be like you. But to get talked about by church members, family, and your co-workers, to be dogged out, to be spit on, to be slapped, to be talked about. But I said, I'm going to follow Jesus. And yet, even though they betrayed me, like Edmund did his family, I'm still going to pray for them. The enemies, they was there celebrating. Had their torches up, all the little demonic imps there. Did Aslan, look at the movie and the representation. How they beat Aslan, cut his hair, drug up, just pulled the rope. I got a dog, and sometimes when I use the leash and she pulled too hard, it'll burn my hand. It's like it'll pull the skin. Just imagine that. And Lucy and Susan couldn't do nothing but just sit there and cry. Just think about Mary and Martha seeing Jesus on that cross and can't do nothing to save him. The white witch, the enemy. Now, Edmund went through something, because if anybody follow the enemy, you're going to go through persecution. You're going to go through some suffering. Sometimes people have to go through some things just so that they can meet Aslan. It was Edmund who told his brothers and sisters, I seen what the white witch can do. See, I seen what the devil can do, y'all. We got to fight. I seen what the devil can do. What he did to me, I don't want done to you. So we got to fight. We got to pray. We got to help God's people. It was Edmund. God, he been changed. God, prayer changes things when you go to Jesus. Those family members, the church members, and your co-worker, you pray for them. That God would deal with them. Now, some of their fate, now even though the ones who continue to serve the white witch, they got killed, some of them are just gone. But you pray. It's in Jesus' hand. It's in Aslan's hand. Anyway, the moral of the story, the white witch ended up getting killed. Aslan killed them. Edmund, he ended up being a king after all. He was a king. It was 2 kings and 2 queens. It was big enough for all of them. You ain't got to sell out nobody. Do y'all realize how big the universe is? This little planet that we on, or this spirit, this little realm that we on, it is so big that each human being can have $100 million. What was the lottery? It was a billion some. Each human can have $1 billion. That's how big it is. Why would you want to sell out somebody? To be over somebody, to be better than somebody. Why would you want to sell out? Why would you want to sell your family members out? Why do you feel like you got to be above them and you want them beneath you? Your church members. Why you want to be sit up here and be so high and be on the pulpit? For what? It ain't about you. It's about Jesus. It ain't nothing rich about serving Jesus. But that's what the enemy does. He kill your money. You serve him, he give you, but it's the cost. It's always the cost. You take your little share, you take what's good for you, and you do what you can with the little that God gave you. He'll bless you, but sometimes he bless you so much you can't keep it. You gotta give it away. I'm growing some collard greens right now. My greens coming up. I said, Lord, I want to bless people. I want me a garden where I can bless folks and get them food to eat. Make some soup like during this time. Yeah, everybody can eat. Soup kitchen. Y'all make bread. If I bring the soup, somebody can bring the bread. Somebody got recipes. We can be feeding folks out of my garden. Anyway, let me end this video. Edmund, the brother who betrayed his family for some sweeties. Don't sell your family out. Don't sell your friend out. What God has for you, you see them co-workers that's elevated, they moving on up. What God has for me, it is for me. You going through something, you don't know. What do you do when you done all you can and stand? When you just don't know, I don't know how God's gonna do it. I don't know when he's gonna fix it. I only know, yeah, God's gonna make a way for me. I know he will. Victory. I can't sing, guys. Get you a song in your heart. You pray for those betrayers. You keep your eye on Aslan. You keep your eye on Jesus. I know it hurt, to be betrayed by church members, family members, and co-workers. I know it hurt. But in due time, you pray for them. You pray for them. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching Jerusalem Playroom. I am Jamaica. I pray this video inspired you guys. I pray that you got something out spiritually. I pray that the Holy Spirit comes into your heart and just reveal truth unto you. You are wonderful. It is enough out here for everybody. We all got these channels out here. Whatever God put on your heart, you do it. I'm going to continue to play with my dolls and come in here and let the Lord use me in this room. And continue to upload these videos. Now I'm going to upload another one showing my other baby. So, but anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. This topic again was Edmund and the White Witch. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.